All right, gentlemen, I think it's about time that we have a conversation about this. So I've talked about manscaping and trimming in some other past videos, but I don't know that I've ever done an entire video covering the entire body. So in this video, I want to tell you what I do personally and what I might recommend. But by all means, my friend, if you're not into grooming your own body hair, or if you think manscaping is too feminine, by all means, you don't have to do it. I realize that manscaping isn't for everybody, and there's a lot of different ways to go about getting it done. But today, I just want to talk about my routine and how I get things done. All right, so let's just go ahead and dive right in. So you're going to need a few things to get this done. A multi-blade razor, a grooming tool with attachments, and of course, some shave lotion. For me personally, I like using a shave lotion that's sort of transparent instead of a shaving cream that gets all foamy, because the problem with shaving cream is that the thick foam prevents you from being able to see exactly what you're doing. Because look, if you're using a razor on your balls or around your nipples, it's pretty important to be able to see what the heck you're doing, because you really don't want to slice open your skin on these areas, or any areas for that matter. And for trimmers, I've been using the Axis trimmer from today's sponsor, Brio, for about the last month, and it's now my #1 tool for body hair trimming, not even kidding. It's got a nice narrow blade that makes it really easy to cut straight lines and also get into really tight areas. It comes with a bunch of different guard attachments that range from 1mm out to 6mm, and without anything, it cuts as close as 0.5 millimeter. The ceramic blade is incredibly sharp, and it's 4 times harder than stainless steel. Ceramic also creates less friction and less heat, and it's nice and quiet. And I also really like the battery status display that goes around the power button, and you can expect up to like 90 minutes of cutting time per charge, which is quite a bit. So look, if you want to grab one of these incredible trimmers for yourself, I'm going to leave a special link down below in the description that will get you a phenomenal deal. You got to go through that special link though to get it, so if you're curious, go take a look. Okay, so let's start at the ground and work our way up, starting with your legs. Now, some guys like no hair at all and they'll use a razor blade, but for me, I use a trimmer and just sort of knock down the length. I'm Italian, and my arm hair, leg hair, and my butt cheek hair tend to get pretty hairy, and I don't like it. So I pop on the #4 attachment and I go over my calves below the knees. Then I swap out for the #1 guard, or the 0 for my thighs above the knees. My hair grows pretty quick, so I do it about every 4 or 5 days or so. I also go with the 0 for my butt cheeks. And look, if this gets too graphic for you, I'm sorry. But we're all adults here, and we should be able to talk about this stuff. All right, moving up a little bit to what you all probably came here for, was how to manscape your pubes. Now, this is kind of a 2-step deal. First, your balls. If you've never trimmed or manscaped your nuts before, chances are you've got some pretty long, gangly hair down there. I would recommend to pop on like a #4 attachment guard, and then just go over everything down there and just sort of knock the length down a little bit so that you can shave with the razor. Now look, if you don't want to be completely bald, that's fine. Just find an attachment length that you like and call it good. However, I do not recommend using any trimmer on your nuts, I don't care who it's from, without an attachment guard on it. The skin down there is obviously very supple, and it can get caught in between the teeth, and you don't want that. Okay, now if you do want to go bald, grab some shave lotion in the shower, and then grab your multi-blade razor, pull the skin tight, and go to town. For me personally, that's what I do. Basically, everything that faces the floor gets shaved with the razor. Now, moving up to your upper pubes, I'll pop on a #6 attachment and then take care of everything up top. And once everything is set at that length, I'll take off the attachment and then trim up the sides to kind of make the shape of sort of this upside down triangle thing. Now look, this is just what I do, and you don't have to do this. What I would not do though is use a razor up top. I've tried it a few times and it never goes well. Lots of razor rash and ingrown hairs for whatever reason. Just stick with the trimmer up top. Okay, moving up from there to your chest and stomach. Now once again, you don't have to do it this way, especially if your significant other likes you being hairy. So I don't grow much hair on my upper chest, but I do grow a bunch on my stomach area. Once again, in the shower, I'm using shave lotion and a razor blade, and I pretty much shave my entire torso. Be careful around your nipples, right? Pull the skin tight and just take your time. But look, if you and your partner both like your chest hair, that's totally fine. I just might suggest to just keep things under control and pop on one of the longer attachments just to sort of keep it from looking unmanaged and a little too untamed. It's all about managing what you have to keep things looking neat and tidy. Okay, next is your arms, your armpits, and your back. If you have back hair and you don't like it, the back blade on Amazon seems to be the best tool for that job. And if you're lucky enough to have a significant other that can help you with your back, that's terrific. But I definitely recommend either knocking it down or just taking it off completely. For arms, I use an attachment to take most of the length out of my arm hair. And for me personally, I tend to grow a lot of arm hair on my forearms, and I don't like how that looks, especially after it gets super long. So I just use an attachment and take some of the length out. So for armpits, I go with a 0, no attachment, because I personally don't want armpit hair. And I've talked about that in some other videos and how armpit hair can hold on to bacteria, which can cause more stinky armpits. And because I don't want to be the stinky guy, I trim it off every week or so. Next up is your face. Man, first things first, you've got to get a handle on your nose hair and your eyebrows. I mean, seriously, look in the mirror and check yourself out. If you can see nose hair sticking out, either grab a nose hair trimming tool or get one and take care of it, or you can get the wax kit on Amazon to remove your nose hair. And if you want to see the video that I made waxing my own nose hair, I will link to it down below. Okay, next is your beard or mustache, if you have one. But again, this is all personal preference. But if you maintain a shorter beard and mustache, kind of like I do, trim everything to keep it out of your mouth, right? And if you're curious where to line up your beard, do this. Right above your Adam's apple, right here. This is where your beard should stop. Everything below this line gets shaved because nobody likes a neck beard, you look homeless. From there, angle up towards right below your earlobe, and that's the line you should follow. Do not, though, under any circumstance, line your beard all the way up to your jawbone up here. That's way too high, and it looks like a helmet strap. And one more thing, if you made it this far, and if you manscape, or if you want to give it a shot after seeing this video, hit that like button to let me know. I would really, really appreciate it. And with that, my friends, as always, thank you very much for watching. Live well, and I'll see you in the next one.